Oh God. All right. Alrighty. Welcome back, people. Welcome back. It's another day. Let me put in the Discord that I am here. Let me tell everybody that I'm here because sometimes they don't know. Say hey, everyone. Let me do it one more time. Mr. R. Oh my goodness. He's the winner today. That's crazy. That's crazy. 1 second, Mr. R. Just gotta tell everybody I'm here. All right. So now that that's out the way, Adib said, "What's good? What's good, Adib? Adib, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, brother? Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I know my day's been okay. I forgot you had a live today. Yeah, I don't usually go live on Thursdays, but I'm trying to be consistent for you guys. I promised you guys I would go live, so here we are, right? We had a great discussion last time talking about what was going on with Owanda being bought over by FTMO. Today we're gonna talk about the state of the prop firm space because I saw a lot of different things about the way that prop firms are operating right now and what's happening to traders and blah 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 blah. And I think it's just a healthy discussion for us to have because we're all traders. We're either trading with prop firms or looking to trade with prop firms, right? So I think it's a good idea for us to have these conversations. What's good, Ludo? What's good? What's good? Welcome. Yeah, man. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. So we're gonna be having this discussion. So I've been seeing some things online. Now I want to be careful what I say because this is what I've noticed online. There's a lot of hearsay and she said, he said type stuff on the internet, right? Today you wake up, they're like, I'll give you an example, like, oh, Funding Pips did this, and then the next day it's like, you know, Go Funded did that, and there's just so much, what's the word I'm looking for? Negativity online, right? As to what's going on. So what I want us to actually do is I want us to have a conversation about what's actually happening. Like, let's talk about our actual experiences. Who have you guys been trading with? How has it been? You know what I mean? Do you trust the firm or not? Does this, you know what I mean? Like, let's have the conversation because there's nothing like the time score where people can talk about their experience. It's one thing to read online what somebody said in a very specific situation. It's another thing for us to have a conversation. So today, that's basically what we're going to be doing. So I guess I could say welcome to the Foreign Money show, right? Maybe the Foreign Money news show. Who knows? We'll see what this becomes. But long story short, I've been seeing some things online and I want to really have a discussion about this. Dave said, bro, I'm having a problem with my back testing. I'm back testing for 2 days. I'm not profitable in my back testing. Is that normal? It is normal if your strategy doesn't work, and it's also normal if you're not applying everything in your strategy. I talked about this a couple streams ago about how what's good, foreigners. Hey, Marcus in the building. What's good, Marcus? What's good? Um, we talked about this a couple streams ago, Deep, about how like when you're back testing. I think I did this with the VIP actually. But anyways, we were talking about when you're back testing, what we usually do is that we just look for the setup at any point, at any time without proper parameters. And we just try and buy and sell based off of that. What you need to do is you need to literally treat it like you're trading live. When you go to backtest, what you should be doing is that you should be saying, okay, my session is New York session, London session, whatever it is. You don't trade outside that session. That's number one. Number two, don't just hop into a trade and skip to the part where you think you're seeing it. Like, let the charts play and then try and analyze in real time. If you don't treat this like properly, you're not going to see a good result because there's a lot of strategies that I backtested that did really poorly. And then in the live environment, they did great. And that's when I start to realize that the difference is I'm not treating it the same. In a real market, I'm able to look at the charts, zoom in, analyze, and do all these things. And then in backtesting, I'm like, oh, there's a setup, buy or sell. And that's not really the same thing. So Adib, if you're having that issue, then you might want to, again, take a step back, make sure that you're actually analyzing the chart from top to bottom before you get into your position and go from there. Also, are you backtesting? Because I know a lot of you guys don't pay for TradingView. So TradingView, if you have the free version, all you're gonna get is a daily replay tool. That is not the same as, I know price is fractal, but it's not the same. I promise you, it's not the same. The way gaps respond, the way support and resistance respond, it's way different from that than it is on smaller time frames. So if you're using daily, you know what I mean, the daily time frame to backtest, your strategy is not going to be as accurate as in the real environment. And this is another thing I had to learn too. You need to really, if you guys, this is a business. A lot of you guys, and Adib, this is not to you, but I see this a lot. A lot of traders come in here and their mindset is everything is free. I wanna save money by getting a free chart and getting a free this. You guys, this is a business. You put money into, you're going to get money out. If you don't, you're going to lose money. It's very difficult for you to backtest a strategy without backtesting on the time frame you enter on. So I would say, good, 30-day trial, perfect. Use it as best as you can and then try and learn from there. But if you are using daily, it's not going to work out. All right, Smiley, so what's good, what's good? Smiley, what's good, what's good, what's good? So yeah, man, guys, let's talk about the state of the prop firm industry right now. Now, let me put up a quick poll. I don't know how many of you guys are in here because I can't see that right now, but I'm going to put up a quick poll. I want to see what you guys think right now. Let me see something. What do you think about the state of the industry right now? Oops. There we go. And then I'm going to say, great, could be better. And bad. All right, so I'm putting up this poll. I want to see what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the state of the industry right now. You know what I mean? I think, again, when you go online, you see a lot of mixed opinions. Some people say this firm is amazing. Others say this firm is a scam. It's really hard to tell. And that's why I don't recommend any prop firms I haven't personally used. I just can't do it. Today, one prop firm is amazing. It's paying all its traders. The next day, it's bankrupt. You know what I mean? So it can get pretty crazy out here. It can get pretty crazy. So yeah, Slick Rick said, Mr. Farm Money, what's good, brother? I hope you're doing well. I'm good, Slick Rick. Glad to have you here today. Really glad to see you. I'm doing great. How you doing, brother? Today, I won't lie, I lost a trade today. It was one of those situations where, long story short, I didn't follow my plan to the T. So I ended up taking a trade in an area where I shouldn't have, and then it kind of cost me. Nothing too serious. It's just one of those days where you miss one, you're going to get it back on the next. Right? I didn't do nothing crazy. I didn't risk 10% on it. It was a standard trade. Nothing too crazy. That's all. But other than that, I'm good. There's days like this. Guys, by the way, I found a way to increase my win rate by like 20%. So I might be making a video on that soon, or I might be showing it to the members. We'll see what happens. But you guys, this is what I'm telling you. Treat this like a business. You guys will be shocked at things you find out if you take this seriously. I found a way to, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, we'll talk about that next time. Notice a word. If I didn't spend money on subscriptions and use the backtesting feature, I would have been cooked like today, lost 500. There you go. There you go. You see what I'm saying? It's like, everybody knows this. You know what I mean? It's you gotta, they say scared money don't make money. And, you know, if you cheap out, you're only cheating yourself. You gotta put in, the reason why I'm not gonna, you guys will probably see this on my Instagram. I'm gonna do a video. I've already done the video. I just gotta post it. But you guys will see my setup. It's nothing too crazy. I have a Mac Studio, a couple screens, a MacBook Pro and stuff like that. But all this stuff that I have, it's not for show. It's not like, ooh, I have a Mac, because you guys will never see the Mac Studio unless I show you. It's more so to get the best system I need for the things I do. And it's not just for trading, by the way. You can use anything to trade, even your phone, right? But it's more so for the things that I do with my business. You need the best tools. For all our businesses, we pay for the top end tools, subscriptions, features, software, services, you name it. We pay for the top notch, right? Like Adobe, for example, all the Adobe products, I pay like $100 a month for the whole suite. I have the whole thing, right? Because of the things that I use in there. And some people be like, I'm not paying that much. Good for you. You're not going to produce that well, are you? You're going to use what? What are you going to use? CapCut? You know what I mean? CapCut is free for a reason. The quality is just not there. So you got to put in the money, you know what I mean? Or you put in the, what's the word I'm looking for? The investment to get yourself to a better, one of the business I started, let me just put it to you this way. In the beginning, we were buying stuff for, let's say, $1, and we were not making that much money. When we started buying other tools that made it easier to process and brought us more quality, the prices went up, everything went up, everything was good. This is business. That's just how it goes. Trying to get by being cheap, you're only cheating yourself in your business. Your job as an entrepreneur is to make sure that your business is fed the right things it needs. You know what I mean? It's kind of like sending, if you had a football player that you were training and investing into, would you send him out there with no gear? No proper cleats? Tell him, oh, just use your Jordan slides and go out there. Don't use a helmet, bro. Just put on your do-rag. That guy's going to die in like a couple weeks, bro, from all the head injuries. You know what I mean? It's just, this is kind of like what we're doing in other stuff. So anyways, I'm kind of off topic here. For this man journal is a year's worth of stuff. I'm jealous. Thank you, Ludo. Ludo's seen my journal. I have like 4 to 5 years worth of backtesting. Like I have the times, the amount of moves that happened at that time, how much it moved, what day gives you the most moves. I have so much data in there. It's insane. I can literally pinpoint the day. And guys, after all that information, I'm still back testing and I'm still finding out how to make. That's why, like, guys, I was looking at my stats the other day. For the last 10 months, I've only lost one trade on a Friday. All my Friday trades, all my trades on Friday, for example, have been on a specific style, entry model, blah, 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 blah. I've not lost a trade. I know which days move the most. I know which days have the highest probability. I know all those things. You see what I'm saying? I have everything down to a science, and I'm still trying to improve because what I want is a system. Guys, I don't want to be looking at the charts and going like, I think we're going up. I don't want to think about it. I want it to signal me to get in, and then I want to take the trade and then not look back. That's what I want to do. So I have, like I said, been working on something to increase. So looking through all these numbers and stuff, I found a factor that changed everything for me. I was like, I'm running the numbers, I'm doing the stuff, and I realized if I change 2 to 3 different factors, my win rate, let's say it's 70% right now, can literally go to about a 90%. You see what I'm saying? So you guys have to put in the work. You have to put in the work. Brothers Manager, news on FTMO, by the way, again, they banned Australian traders. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I think India too. So one of my friends was really upset from Australia. FTMO was his only account. He had it for almost 1 year. Just when we thought that this would lead to bigger doors opening, this is why I'm saying we need to talk about the state of the industry. Just nothing seems legit. Not legit. Nothing seems certain. Everything seems like at any moment it can go, which is not what we want. You know what I mean? So Marcus, thank you very much for that information. I gotta look into that. That is wild. That is wild. Wow. Okay, Marcus, I'm gonna come back to your point. I just want to read some of these comments. What? They alter the laws out there. I told myself Australia is the best place to trade. Yeah, Ludo was saying that for real. And now look, it just goes to show you, man. It's insane. Adobe Flex. Thank you, Marcus. Lol, CapCut be having the videos on 10 frames per second. Ludo, that's cold. At one point, you guys, fun fact, some of my best and well-produced videos were on CapCut, but you need to know what you're doing in order to get the most out of CapCut. And I never paid for the premium, but I did start paying for other softwares because CapCut is limited to me in terms of certain things you can do and things of that nature. So I don't use CapCut no more. Marcus said, bro, I use CapCut, but I pay for premium. It's all good. It's all good, Marcus. You're delivering information and you're trying to get us the truth out there. You don't need fancy edits or nothing crazy, right? Whereas in, let's say, some of my videos, some of the series and stuff like that, I put a lot of work into making it seem a little bit theatrical. So then maybe you might have to cross over. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you can get away with it for free, get away with it for free. I have no issues. I want to be like you someday, Adib. Thank you, Adib. I'm jealous too. Need to start getting on that journal. You guys, journaling is really important. Journaling is very important. So the other day, in fact, again, I'm running through the numbers. You know what I noticed was one of the key factors when I was not winning my setups or not taking my sales properly. I literally understand that when the market is unclear, for example, we talk about this in the VIP. When the market is unclear, one of the biggest signs for you to just stay out the day is that. You went to do your analysis. You're like, kind of looks like a go up, go down. I'm kind of leaning towards up. That's a bad sign. Just stay out. You need clear direction. Like journaling, we think journaling is, took a trade today, bought US 30, lost 1%. But the last couple days I made 2%. That means I'm at a, 80% win rate. Yeah, I'm journaling. No, journaling is so that you can understand who you were in the moment when you were trading. That's what that is. So I write in my journals. I have places where you can record the trade before and the trade after, how it went. I put what the RR was supposed to be, what it actually was. I have the session, the factors. Like there are so many things that go into my trading, the grades, all of that, percentages, But then there's a section where I can document what I was feeling. And I have a grade book for that too. As to, I don't just judge my trading by, I took a trade and I won. There are days where I take trades and win and I'm not supposed to take that trade. That's a failed day. So you have to journal so you can understand who you were in the moment. So when you look back, you're like, bro, everything within me and everything on the chart was telling me not to trade and I still took it. Now that I'm reading this back, I realize that was on me. That's not the market. That's not the system, the strategy. That was me. That was me taking a trade and giving money to the market that I shouldn't have. Next time I'll stay out. So you need to journal. You guys, you need to journal. If you're not journaling, you know what they say, you can't manage what you can't monitor. Or you can't monitor what you can't manage. One of the two is one of the ways around. But long story short, anything that you want to manage or monitor, you've got to set up something so that you can track it. That's the whole thing. You want to monitor something, you got to be able to track it. And if you don't track it, you can't manage it. You see what I'm saying? So you guys are in here swinging for the fences, trying to get a payout. And then you know what comes back to bite you in the behind? Your habits, because you didn't journal. You're like, oh, now I see why I lost this account. Now I see why these trades are not working. It's me. It's not the market. You guys, if I take my setup 40,000 times, or let's say 100,000 times, I should get anywhere from 70,000 to 80,000 of them hitting. And if I really tweak this the way I'm supposed to, this will be like even better. The rates will be even better. When I look at the times when I'm trading, there, guys, don't get me wrong. I have 3 strategies. One of them is literally a 90%. And when I look at when that strategy is performing lower, 70, 80, sometimes 60%, when I go and look at it, you know what happened? I am not I'm not following the system. We got to journal. You guys, we got to journal. Man, maybe I should change the name of this stream. We're supposed to be talking about profits. Now we talk about something else. But anyways, these conversations need to be had. Where are we at? Yeah. Sam said, if you know your strategy perfect, why won't you trade with 6 figures stop loss? Oh, okay, Siam. I don't know I don't know what your understanding is of trading, but here's what you need to know. Trading is a game of probability. That's what trading is a game of. There is no certainties in the market. You can never say, even though there are days. In fact, Ludo will tell you, there was a day on Monday, it was Monday. 4 setups, I only took 1. I knew where the 3 that I didn't take were going to the T. They were all like 1 to 8 and above. And you know why I didn't take it? Because even though I know where the market is going, it's not my setup. I had to be disciplined. And the reason why you have to be disciplined is because though you think you know, nothing is guaranteed. Price could have went reversed. Price could have sank all the way through and taking you out. So you don't want to say, oh, I know price is going here. Let me put 10K on the line. That's gambling. The difference between a gambler and a professional trader is called risk management. Because you want to look at it like, if I just keep doing what I'm supposed to do over time, my edge will play out and I'll win more than I lose. Bro, I was looking at some results the other day. This is from like a while ago, right? You know what's funny about the results that I was looking at? My win rate at the time was 40%. And you know, with that 40%, I was still highly profitable. It's not about knowing where the market's going to go. It's about edge. It's about probability. And the more disciplined you are in executing that edge, the more the probabilities and the chances are in your favor. You see what I'm saying? So that's not how it works. And I assume some people are trading like that. Oh, this setup is clean, bro. I've seen this 10 times. Let me risk 2%. Boom, you lose it. Like, that's not how you're supposed to trade. You have to be robotic. That's why people say trading gets boring. You think it's fun opening your laptop every morning or getting to your computer and just staring at the charts over and over and over. You can tell nothing's happening. You got to wait till like maybe 11, maybe 12. Maybe you got to wait till 8:30. You know what I mean? And then see if something happens. Like, trading becomes so boring because you know what to look for. You know what to do. The hardest part about trading is pressing buy and sell and then sticking to your plan. That's the hardest part. But trading isn't about like, oh, if you know your strategy so well, you put that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some setups like A+ setups where you'll put a little bit more than you would. So let's say if you risk 1%, you might risk 1.5. But I personally don't need to do that right now because I can literally tell myself, okay, if I'm starting a new challenge, it should take me no more than 10 trades to pass the whole thing. Or maybe it should take me 14 trades or 11 trades, depending on what my RR is. So for me, that's like I was saying earlier, I just want a system. Once the system works, I'm set. But there are some people, don't get me wrong, Sam, there are some people out there who genuinely do trade like that, who feel like, yo, this is a bigger chance. They just go all in more and they win big. It's just not me. And I wouldn't advise you to do that either, to be honest, because nobody can really tell. FTMO has it in their contract that they can get rid of you whenever. Yeah, a lot of platforms say that. A lot of platforms say it's at their discretion if they can if they want to get rid of you, if they want to delete your account and things of that nature. All that good stuff. My fault, guys. I gotta find a way to keep that on. The daily limits on prop firms is what gets me feeling prop firms because I like to swing. I can sometimes sit in there a bit of drawdown before it swings that direction I'm trading and other leveraging LOL. I choose sticking to the plan is hard. Yeah, exactly. So yes, you know what I mean? Like things like that can mess up your, and this is why like I'm so glad I learned to trade before I got into prop firms. You have to understand that trading prop firms is way different than trading your own capital. And you have to adjust because the prop firms have all these rules and conditions. You can't trade exactly the way you want. For example, when we trade futures, there was one time I wanted to hold the trade. I knew this trade was going. And guess what happens at 5 o'clock? They close all your positions. It doesn't matter because in the futures world, that's not a thing. Right? So these are the things that you have to adapt to. And again, because you're a trader, it's your job, it's your business. You've got to figure it out. Imagine you had a customer base who you were, I don't know, selling. We'll use trading services. No problem. You're selling traded services too. And they're like, hey, we would like a way to, I don't do signals, but let's say you do signals. We would like a way to be able to follow your trades. And you're like, all right, I'll do signals. And what you're doing is that whenever you're in the trade and everything's moving and everything, that's when you're sending a signal. And then people start complaining and saying, hey, you need to be able to send it as soon as you're going to or before. And you're like, well, I can't because I got to focus. Well, guess what? If you don't figure out how to do that, you're not going to have a clientele. This is life. Same thing with trading and every other thing in life. You, whatever problems come up, you can say they're dumb. You could say they're not unfair. You could say they make no sense, but you still got to deal with it. That's why they say don't cry over spoiled milk. This is like you can't, like we can, like there, me and Marcus have the conversation all the time. There's some rules you read, you're just like, is this a real rule or are they just trolling? It's insane. And it's up to you to say, I agree to the terms or not. Because if you don't want to trade with them, trade with your own money. They're not forcing you to trade with them. You're opting to trade with them. And so I'm saying all this to say, Slick Rick, not to make it like this is you. I'm just saying off of your point that that's how it goes sometimes. So once you adapt, Slick Rick, like I've seen you trading. You've shared your results with me. You are a good trader. Just adapt. The best traders, we all know, they all adapt. You can't trade one strategy. All the traders I know that are really good have at least 2 or 3 strategies because the market conditions change. January was weird. February is setting up beautifully, but now it's starting to dip, right? So you've got to adapt. You can't say, oh, well, like, look at gold. Are you going to keep buying gold? What's going to happen, right? So that's the main thing there. I really like the way you set a target every day, 260. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you right now, like, I'm not trying to force the market. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and a place. There are some trades I see. You can ask the VIP members. I'm like, this is going to a 1 to 8, and we will hold. You see what I'm saying? Because the market conditions are prime for that. I can take that risk today, especially when I'm up already. You see what I'm saying? But everybody's so in love with, I made 40K in this trade. Good for you. Don't get me wrong. I hope one day I have a 40K day as well. I'm not there yet as a trader. But those of you who are starting, $200 a day, especially if you're not living in UK, Canada, US, you're living in a country where the dollar goes a long way. Bro, like 200 a day, do the math. If you trade 3 times a week, that's going to be $600 US a week. Do that by 4. That's 2,400 US, even in Canada. In fact, if I do right now, 2,400 USD to Canadian, that's $3,500. That's people who are making decent money. You see what I'm saying? So why do I need to trade 500 a day? Well, I'm not going to say 500. 500 is reasonable. Why do I need to trade 2,000 a day? 3,000 a day. I'm putting strains on my accounts. Now, if I have a 150K account with these people, then yeah, the numbers increase, right? But I'm saying in what's the word? In comparison, or there's a word I'm looking for. Long story short, it should be directly proportional to your account size. And I kid you not, with any account size, 25K and above, even 10K is reasonable. 10K account and above, even 5K you can make happen if you really kind of strain a little bit. But $200 a day, 3 times a week, you're set. People don't understand math. They don't understand math. You know what I mean? They're in here and they want to swing for the fences. The people who have stayed in this game the longest don't swing for the fence. At least not all the time. So, and if they do, it's still calculated. There's a guy I know who is, let me say I know him. There's a guy I've seen him consistently. He's hitting like 50K days, 100K days. But he also shows he loses 25K here, 75K there, right? And so it's all part of this major plan where the risk to reward is still set. It's calculated. So I can go in there and be like, oh, 75K a day. You know what? On my 500K account, I'm going to push that bad boy. And then I'm going to lose. That's not how it works. You have to do the math first before you understand what you're getting yourself into. You see what I'm saying? So thank you for that, Marcus. I appreciate it. 1% is a stretch sometimes, but risking less and being happy with less is sometimes. Bro, if you let me give you guys a huge tip. If you take a trade and you start shaking or you're nervous, you shouldn't have taken the trade. Don't get me wrong, there's a bit of adrenaline that comes in every trade, even for me, low or small. There's a lot of days where I don't really feel nothing, but then there are some days where I'll take a trade and I'm like, oh man, something about the trade is just like, oh man, I got to see how it plays out. You know, especially if it's close to like market open. Everybody who trades futures knows, or trades indices knows that if you're in a trade before market open, you are literally one candle away from losing the trade. It's either going to go in your favor or take you out and then go in your favor, right? So stuff like that. But if you take a trade and you're like nervous, you're like sweating, you're shaking, you took the wrong trade, bro. You should be comfortable with the risk and the position. So Marcus, the reason I'm bringing this up is because Marcus mentioned a great point. How many of you guys will take a 1 cent lot trade and then not feel no ways about it? Because the risk isn't that much. The problem is you're risking too much when you start shaking. You don't need to risk too much. And then there's those of us who have problems with our ego complex. We lose a trade and we're more concerned about the fact that we were wrong than about losing money. That's an ego thing. We got to fix ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, great point, Marcus. Yo, what's good, show? But 0.25 for 0.55 can go wrong so many times. A couple bad days don't matter. Very true. And like I said earlier, that's how you stay in the game. If I'm above the account threshold, I risk 1%. If I go below that in any way, I go 0.5 and sometimes 0.25. So great point. What's up, Foreign? He said, what's up, guys? What's up? Show, what's good? What's the risk on $200? Usually like $75, $50, sometimes $100. To be honest, most of the time nowadays, to be honest, because of how I'm entering, it's like $100, $75 to $100 on the 200. You know me, 1 to 2, Marcus. Nothing really more than that. Unless if you see me taking these massive trades, then yeah, like that day I was ready for the market type of thing. But for the most part, I just 1 to 2. Sam said, how do you get 90% win rate? What's your clicking point or like that? Eliminating less or setups or backtesting, drilling, and looking in that. Okay, so Sam wants to know what is it that makes my win rate 90%. I'll tell you right now, the first thing is patience. That one strategy, that's 90%. I have 3 strategies. One of them is like it hovers around 60 to 70%. The other one is around a prime 80% half the time. No, not half the time, most of the time. And then the 90% one is like 90%, like no matter what. However, that one requires a lot more patience. So for that, the way I got there is by being patient with the setup, but then also, obviously, like I said earlier, you got to backtest and find out the data. I didn't just wake up and realize this strategy works. I literally forged it like a sword, forged it through the flames of sorrows, of losing in the market, right? And then I was able to sharpen that sword and perfect it. So that strategy, if I use that strategy, I go big on that strategy. If you ever see me risk like 3-4%, it's usually on that strategy. But that strategy requires patience. You can't just get in because you feel like it. You can't just say, oh, prices move. You got to be so accurate with that. That strategy, no one knows about it yet. I still have not released it to the public. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. What I'm trying to do with that one is I'm trying to find, what's the word I'm looking for? Like more occurrences. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to find a different, I want to say almost entry model, but that's from that base and enhancing it and seeing if I can use it more, because that strategy is potent. Like I can tell you to the T. Price is going to tap this line and go. So that's why my strategy towards trading is way different. I treat this way different. Like a lot of people are like trying to get massive. I'm perfecting my strategy and making money. That's what I'm doing now. But when everything is set in stone, I'm going to go crazy. That's the whole setup. You guys, what you're seeing now, first off, I have 9 accounts. So I only show you guys the accounts that like is no big of a deal to me. But what I'm saying is that when that time comes, when that time comes, like the African enemies come out, when that time comes out, when the time comes, you guys will see. Okay. And I'm not making no promises because the market is ultimately what's going to decide if I can pull that off. But that strategy, I'm honing it. This is why I'm still looking into my stuff. Like you guys will see me. Everyone in the membership knows I backtest till this day. I will take an hour or so every so often throughout the week and I will just backtest. I will just backtest for like 2-3 hours. And you would say, well, why would you do that? You're already profitable. Yeah, but this is an ever-changing market. And you can be comfortable with saying, this month I made 4%. 4% on a 200, 500K account, you're blessed. 200K on 4% would be what, 8 grand? 4% of 20, I think would be like 8K. 2% would be 4K. Yeah. That would be 8K. I think it's 8K, right? So you already know. And I have large accounts. So I don't have to do too much. But I have goals. And what I'm trying to do is have a system where, because remember, guys, I have businesses and stuff. It's not easy managing my time. Like last night, I was done, bro. I was so tired. I worked all day, 6 to like, so let me tell you how my day went yesterday. So yesterday we had, wake up in the morning, like I always tell you guys, pray, spend time with God, boom, get to the computer. Before I get to trading, before I get to the VIP members, got to do all this stuff, right? Make sure the business is good, respond to emails, blah, 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 blah. Check your account here. Make sure this is going through. Not to mention, I had a situation where somebody reached out for some assistance. So that was also kind of a curveball. Had to deal with all that. All right, cool. Boom. Push it to about what? 11, maybe 12 or whatever the case is. From there, got to get back to the other stuff. Now you got to go to the establishment. Now you got to figure out what's going on here. You got to make calls. You got to do this. You got to do that. Got to take care of this, that, and the third, right? Not to mention, because of what's going on in the U.S., it's affecting a lot of our business partners and stuff are in the U.S. So long story short, just a whole bunch of stuff. And then you guys also know, you're aware, I work with Prop for Match right now. So they also have their quota and their things that they need from me, right? So I got to do all that. And so long story short, after that, I think I had a one-on-one call, and then working throughout the day, getting stuff done. I ate once. And then in the evening, I had more counseling, more one-on-ones, more stuff, right? And then I had to finally finish up. This is with me trading and all that, by the way. I had to finish up, go check the services, create more products. Remember, I'm doing a course for you guys and stuff like that, so I have to shoot the videos for that. I'm working with my new editor. We got to shoot videos. Bro, when I say I'm just bombarded with work, I literally, my wife came to me the other day. She's like, man, I feel for you. I just don't even have time for myself. So a lot of times my wife has to pull me out the house. Pull me out the office to get me to just relax. It's really tough. And so I don't want to just, don't get me wrong, a big payout is great. Sometimes you get a payout like, man, it feels so great. It feels like it's validating what you have achieved. But I'm not in here to, that like, I'm not in here to make friends. I'm in here to make money. It's one of those. Like, I came to this game to make money and to change the way I make money. So I perfect my craft. I'm not okay with just 1 to 2s. You know what I mean? Even though that's what I preach to you guys, because it's the best, safest, most proven way, in my opinion, for you to become profitable and not have to look back. You can hit a 1 to 2, 50, 60%, you're good. Like I told you guys earlier, 40% and I was still profitable. Not just profitable, I was, long story short, it was still good. Okay? So I'm saying all this to say that this life in general is just like this. Like, everything requires a lot of work. And what I'm trying to do with this strategy, Siam is the one who asked me the question. Siam, I'm so sorry, I went on a tangent. Long story short, how I figured this out is by putting in the work. You're going to have to figure out what time, what place, what factor, news, this, that, the third. And then figure out when it does go, how far does it go, how far does it not go? What's the chance? Like, you've got to really bring it down to a science. And then you will see a better improvement. So those of us who are, or I should say those of you who are seeing strategies online, you saw, I'll use Marcus as an example. You saw Marcus' strategy. Oh my God, Marcus is hitting 1 to 10. Great. And now you took his strategy. Marcus showed you that when he gets to a support level, he buys. When he gets to a resistance level, he sells. And you're doing the same thing. You're not going to get Marcus's results. There are things that Marcus may not be telling you, not because he doesn't want to. He's not even thinking about it, because everything he's gone through is ingrained into him. He's not thinking about it when he's trading. He can see. There are trades I can take right now. If you ask me to explain, I'd be like, I just knew. That's how far you get to when you're like, or that's how much trading becomes a part of you at some point. You see what I'm saying? So you guys have to put in the work to understand these things so that you can be better. If this strategy was a product or a service, you'd have to refine it, or else you would your strategy would die in the market. Man, y'all got me on a tangent. Sorry for spamming the chat, guys. Now you good, Marcus. Keeps the people going. Follow 5-3-1 rule. 5 pairs, 3 strategies in 1 session. There you go. That's Ludo's thing, right? That's what he does to kind of keep himself in line, in check. Everybody's got their stuff. Homeless Bill. Man, has it been a hot minute. Good to see you, brother. Glad you are here. Rock, Pupulong Yang said, some people trade according to their problems. Bro, Rock, very true. I tell people all the time, I have to speak to someone the other day and tell them, you're putting too much stress on your skill set. You're making this like I need to make this out because my dad, sister, mother, dog, cat. You can't put that much the weight of the world on your trade setup. It's not what it was designed to do. You can't trade like that. Okay? You lose a trade, walk away. You'll come back tomorrow with a clear mind. Don't go in there trying to swing for the fences. Okay? Losing money sucks, but you get used to it because you start to realize I'm going to make it back. It's just a matter of time or a position. You see what I'm saying? So, Rock, that's absolutely true. Maxim said, I agree with you on that, Foreign. The moment you doubt, man, it's always over for me. Yeah, bro. Bro, you know what? Maximus, shout out to you. That's a perfect way to put it. Anytime I'm starting to, and the membership, we've been practicing this. Like, the market's not clear. You know what we do? We backtest and perfect what we already got going on. And we find other ways to enter. We will take paper trades sometimes and see if we could adapt it. But we're not taking no real trades. No, sir. No, sir. So far, all the real trades we've taken, in the green. We're not forcing the market because you know what? You guys think that the more trades you take, the more money you're going to make. You don't realize that you're like 3 to 4 trades away from changing your life. If you do a 1 to 2, or even, in fact, if you could do a 1 to 3, you do a 1 to 3 and you take 5 trades, you win 3 of them. You're going to lose 2%. But on the 3 that you won, you're going to make 9%. You're going to be up 7R, which means you're 1 more trade away from passing phase 1. Phase 2, you could probably catch that in 1 trade or 1.5. After that, you're funny. You hit 1 to 3. You don't even have to risk anything else. Take your 0.1s until you hit your trading day minimum requirement. Request a payout. Once you get a payout, guess what? You are now in profit from the investment you made from taking the challenge. You can go crazy if you want, which I would not recommend, but you can start to gradually turn it up if you want. This is the game. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. I found the best way to make 70K in a day is to be promiscuous and have multiple trading accounts instead of having one account. You see what Homeless Bill is saying? We were talking about this earlier. More money, less risk. You don't need to take a 7% trade. If you have a lot more capital, you can make that. You see what I'm saying? Unless I found that with 1 lot size trading gold is the most comfortable for me trading across 3 accounts instead of taking 3 lot size on 1 account. Homeless Bill, this is why we all love, I think Marcus can attest to this too. It's why we all love copy traders. Copy traders make it so that you can take one position small across like multiple accounts and it looks like you only made 500, but do that by 5 accounts, right? Do that by 10 accounts. Do that by 3 accounts. That's 1,500 you made. Instead of taking one massive trade where you're risking, let's say, maybe 750. I think that would be half of 1,500. 750, let's call it 750 to make 1,500. You can just take a small position, keeps the account alive, and you're like tripling your profits. Beautiful work. Everybody who's doing it knows this. So good point. What's the amount of risk you will keep the account? Bro, I'm telling you right now. I said this earlier. You can start trading 1%. If I'm above, I'll trade 1% because it helps me to scale faster and the interest, not the interest, the profits compound that way. The second, let's say it's a 100K account. So if I'm above 100K, 1%. The second it touches 99,999, meaning it's $1 off, 0.5. 0.5, unless your edge is so trash, you shouldn't be able to like lose the account. You should be able to crawl back out and get back on top. If your edge works. And if it gets too bad, do 0.25. Because there's some days where you'll hit more than a 1 to 2 and you'll be able to make more than you. Bro, I'm telling you that, Marcus, to answer your question, that's the amount for me. That's how I treat it. That's why I'm telling you guys I haven't blown an account or like lost a challenge in forever. The only account that we recently lost was due to inactivity. I was on vacation, came back, they said I wasn't active. What do you want me to do? Trade on the cruise ship? Right? So other than that, that's how you stay in the game. It's just risk management. Don't dig yourself a deeper hole. You lost 1%. Now you're down, let's say it's a 100K account. You're down 99,000 flat. Okay, cool. You're going to take another 1%, then down to 98, then another 1%. Now you only have 10 chances or 9 chances of, if the drawdown is 10%, you have 9 chances, 9 trades before you lose. 0.5, you just turn that 9 trades into 18 trades. Do you know what can happen within the midst of 18 different trades? You can really climb out and then go back to your 1%. So just my 2 cents. Everybody's different though. Everybody's going to approach it differently. What lot size do you use? For me, it's always based on risk. It's a percentage. I don't look at lot sizes and I don't look at money. I never go in there and say, I want to make 500 today. No. I'm going to take my entry and the risk is always going to be 1% to make 2%. 1 for 2 every time. If I'm below that threshold and it's 0.5, it'll be 0.5 to make 1%. It's always going to be based on that. Always. And I have tools that I use. A lot of these prop firms and their platforms have tools that you can use to manage your risk. Like you can literally put in your entry, your stop loss, your take profit, and it'll tell you you'll risk 1% for here, you'll make 2% if it goes there. You don't even have to calculate your lot size. And if you want to calculate your lot size but it's too difficult, find a lot size calculator. I have a video on my channel for if you trade MT5, how to get a position size calculator for free. If you trade Trade Locker, it comes with it. If you trade what's that one called? Match Trader, there's one in there. If you trade, I don't know about DX Trade, I don't know. To me, DX Trade is like Game Boy Advanced. It's just, I don't even know what they're doing over there. But all the other prop firms usually have a risk calculator on there. I think C Trader has one as well. You can literally find out, obviously TradingView has one, okay? So you can really manage your risk very carefully without having to figure out, oh, I want to go 5 lots today, 3 lots. No. I take the same risk every time. Again, it's math. I try to be precise so that I can. You guys, when you start a business, what you want is to be able to anticipate how much you're going to make so you know where to invest your money, how to grow, what to keep, and how to scale your business. This is the same thing with trading. You got to be able to tell yourself, this month I should make X. Not that it's your target. You're not going to force to be like, oh, I said I was going to make 10 grand this month. I'm only up 1K. So now I got to, there's a week left. I got to turn it up. No. You say based on the opportunities. Yes, the backtesting data that I have, I can tell you what month I'm going to make the most money in. I can tell you what month has the most setups, what month has the most, I can tell you everything to my strategy. Anyways, different topic for a different day. All right. So I just use trade calculators and they help me and I go from there. Risk 1% to 1.15 or around 65 when we pay the last one. Highly. You guys, look at what Lennox is saying. I've been saying to you guys for a while, like we were just talking about, look at what Lennox is saying. Lennox is saying 1% to about 1 to 1.5, right? Around a 65% win rate over the last 5 months. He said he's been highly profitable. The math works. I don't even have to calculate to know what he's saying works. And with me, I do a 1 to 2. So imagine 65% with a 1 to 2, right? That's almost 7 out of 10 trades. If you're going to take 10 trades, win 7, you're going to be up, 7 times 2, 14. You lost 3 out of the 10. You're only down 3R. You're up 11R. This is math, ladies and gentlemen. Math. I don't look at profits. I don't go in there and say, oh, I'm up 1,500. Let me close. Never. I wait until it hits TP. Because then if not, I failed as a trader. Homeless bill, so true. I think multiple accounts keep the profits the same, but minimize the possibility of losing the account. And also helps with psychology, Ludo. What did he say? Release it. Where is it? Gosh, I missed so many. Holy. Release it to the public. I just might. I need to learn trading on lower time frames. Slick Rick, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You seem very profitable. Just keep your strategy. I'm telling you, lower time frames is a nightmare you don't want to deal with. It requires a different brain and a different understanding. If you're swing trading, a lot of profitable traders I know swing. If you're a swing trader and it's working for you, do not go down to lower time frames. I promise you, you're going to regret it. Okay? Make sure your money is way up before you start dabbling in that. Right now, perfect what's already working. Imagine you have a really, let me put it to you this way. This is what we're doing. We have a very good condition Acura, Honda. In fact, Infiniti. We use an Infiniti. Infiniti is nice. Okay, it's not our old car that was like just getting us from point A to B. Now we're getting noticed a little bit, or now it looks like we're doing decently in life. No problem. What we want to tell ourselves is, even though we have this Infiniti, we saw at the junkyard, right, a Lamborghini shell. There's no engine in there. There's no tires. It's just brake rotors and the frame. And we're like, you know what? I see a lot of people my age with Lambos. I want to change my Infiniti or sell my Infiniti to work on a Lamborghini that may or may not start or may not work out. That's what you're doing. You have something that works. Perfect that. Put some rims on the Infiniti. Don't mind if people call you a racer or they say it's lame. Do what works for you. When that car is built and it's built properly, you know what's going to happen? The same people that say you're a racer are going to say, bro, your car. Bro, I'm a car guy. In the car world, you see cars of all sorts of class that is just beautiful. I go to car shows as much as I can. You go to a car show, sometimes you'll see a Lambo there, but then you'll see like a souped up Acura and you'll be like, bro, that Acura is clean. Because we've seen Lambo already. Now, if that Lambo got a wide body, you know what I mean? It's got what's that thing? Rocket Bunny on it or something like that, or something crazy. It's lowered. Maybe it's a carbon fiber spec. Then you might look at the Lambo and be like, yeah, that is just art. But for the most part, real recognize real and game is game. In the car world, if your car is clean, your car is clean. Don't matter the brand. Your car becomes ugly when you overdo it. You're putting canards on a Pontiac Grand Am. Brother, what are you doing? Not even Grand Am. What's the other one? Pontiac Sunfire. You have a Pontiac Sunfire. You have a wing that's just supposed to go on a NASCAR car. Your rims are like 16 inches, but you have spinners on it. Like stuff like that is distasteful because it doesn't. It's like makeup. If you get cake face, people are like, ew. If it enhances your already beautiful face, people are like, your makeup is spot on. This is what we're doing. Man, y'all have me preaching about the wrong stuff, bro. Oh my God. Man, oh man. Where are we at now? I need to enchant. Okay. Ludo Trade says, Slick Rick, want that fast money. Red Talk Slick Rick, you were too worried about your P&L, not the time frame. Oh my God, lol. Nah, Slick Rick ain't worried, brother. He making money with his swing trading in the Discord. He just trying to make more money, lol. Marcus say, yeah, facts. That's why it's difficult to teach as well, because some things that are already subconscious when trading. Absolutely. After years in the market, absolutely. Yeah, people profitable with below 50% are having RR of 1 to 100. Yeah, like I get what Ludo's saying. 1 to 100 is crazy. But I do get it. There are people who have lower win rates, but they do have high RRs. And you guys, I'm telling you right now, high RR is a good place to be if you can manage the psychology. All right, I'm not telling you to go there. I'm just saying if you can manage it. Pretty much starting at the charts for hours to know what it's going to do. Gotcha, Bill. A golf player will teach you to swing, or a tennis player. When you actually swing, it takes thousands of hours to practice to perfect it. 1,000%. Kobe Bryant and all the shots, Michael Jordan, all the shots, everybody, right? All the highest athletes, it's the same shot over and over and over and over. There's a story about a guy who wanted to learn to be a jade trader. And he went to a jade professional who's like the biggest in the game. I can't remember the story. I'm paraphrasing. But long story short, he went to the jade trade, and the jade's like, the jade specialist, master, whatever, is like, okay, you want to learn? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, cool. I'm going to give you this jade. He's like, is it real or not? He's like, I can't really tell. He's like, he goes, I think he said it's real or fake or something like that. Long story short, every day he would ask him to come in and hold the jade. So he held it for like the first week. He's like, okay, after, are you going to teach me anything else? You know, he's like, no, just keep holding the jade. Eventually he got upset. He's like, bro, you keep, telling me to hold this piece of jade every day. And I'm not gaining nothing. I paid you all this money to learn, blah, 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 blah. The guy's like, all right, fine. Here's the next step. Take this jade and go and sell it. He gives this guy the jade. He looks at it. He's like, what do you think? I'm dumb? He's like, this is a fake jade. I like, not only have you wasted my time, but now you give me fake to sell. He's like, well, this is what I was trying to teach you. Now you know what most people don't know, how to recognize real jade on the spot. That's what these things are. You perfect the basics, the fundamentals, and it makes you a formidable person, whether you're an athlete, a trader, whatever you are. This is it, man. This is it. Let's see. Bro, you should change the live name. Maybe I should. Really and truly, maybe I should. Maybe we should call it something else. You guys come up with a name and I'll change it. I like the freedom. Absolutely. Why? Do you want your thoughts on that? Oh, okay. I've been on here. I'm profitable trader for 3 years. You guys, people look at 3 years and think 3 years is like, some people, I spoke to a guy who's been trading longer than me, like I think 7 years. He's still not profitable. And when you talk to these people, you know what you find out? It's not the strategy. It's them. If you've been trading for 3 years, it means you now understand how patterns work, how the market moves, all that stuff. It's you. You're not applying yourself the way that you should. Or you've not found the system to build your stuff around to get to where you need to get to. You know what I mean? It's most, I'm not saying it's you, Fassi. It could be different. There's always an exemption to the rule. I'm just saying most of the time that's what I've come to realize. And Fassi said it sucks. I know it sucks. Being a losing trader feels like a bottomless pit. It's one of the worst feelings in the universe when you feel like no matter what you do, it doesn't work. But you'll understand it soon. And like I always say, if you want, you can reach out. I can help you. And all that. Homeless Bill, here is a philosophy question. Why the rich man represents freedom while the homeless man without responsibility not considered free in the face of society? I'll leave Ludo and Homeless Bill to hash that one out. Let me get back to this one here. Marcus said, Fassi, you're close 3 to 4 years is when it starts to happen usually. Very true. Very true. So is freedom a real thing? Bro, the live name, the state of the profit space right now, but we're talking very important stuff here. Got you, Adib. Yeah, I'm open to suggestions if you guys have a different name. The rich man has the financial freedom to be able to go on with the world, while the homeless man is stuck in one area. Again, there's things I want to say on that. I'm going to just leave it alone because we're already off on a tangent. True, Adib, but I think we're the blame. DX Trade, horrible. Sorry. Don't be sorry. DX Trade is just not great. Bro will have white hair by the time he finishes reading the comments. Yo, that's hilarious. The homeless will choose in your opinion. The homeless man is the real man that's free. But the rich man is free to commit to anything. Late again. It's all good, Yolomi. Little trades. Hello, Yolomi. Welcome to the live, Yolomi. All right, people saying how. So I'm finally caught up. Finally caught up. So yeah, guys, you know what I mean? It's trading is a lot more than people, and this is why, like, guys, I'll say this as well. If you ask me right now, I asked. There's only a couple people that I've heard say this. People used to ask me, what would you consider, you know, the key to your success, or what helped you to get to where you are? And obviously, you guys know me. You know me. My first answer is going to be God right away. Without Christ, you've got nothing. That's my position always, because it's not just a belief. Without God, I would have never got here. He built me out, showed me so many things. He's the reason why I am where I am. After I give God his flowers, you know, put him in his place of supreme authority, supreme importance. After I give God his praise, the thing that I attribute to my success is not my business acumen. It's not even my discipline or commitments. It's my wife. My wife, bro. She literally is the reason why I'm here where I am. She believed in all my crazy dreams. When we were sleeping in a car and had nothing to eat, she still believed I would get us to where we are. She still believed everything I told her. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because trading is a very lonely sport. When you have somebody to watch your back, help you figure out what's wrong, help you keep you company. I was telling Ludo the other day, there's a lot of times where I'll be working late and I'll call my wife and be like, babe, come to the office. She'll be like, all right. She knows already. She comes to the office. She just sits there. Anytime she looks at the chart, she'll just be like, I don't know what you're looking at. She has no idea what I'm doing. She can't do any of the other stuff I'm doing, but I just need her company. Because sometimes just having another person there changes your psychology and changes the way you feel. And so my wife, being my best friend, being my number one supporter, being a backbone, you know, all that stuff has helped me go through a lot of the challenges, has helped me go through a lot of the struggling. And so even though my wife cannot trade, sometimes she'll come and she'll be like, what's wrong? And I'll be like, you know, I'm noticing this. And she'll be like, maybe it's because of this, or you're not thinking right, or the way you're looking at it is wrong. And I'll be like, man, you're right. And she doesn't trade. Right? So having somebody else to point to you as to what's going wrong is the reason why I believe that no matter how high we get in trading, we'll always be a student in the game. Always. Everyone has a mentor. Every single person. Whether you consider that person your mentor or not, we're all learning from somebody. And if you go in there thinking you're a master, it's the wrong mindset. You must adopt the mindset of a student. Students learn. I still learn. I still learn every day. I'm always looking at the charts. I'm always looking. If I see a video that pops up on my feed and looks interesting, I don't want the person's strategy. I just want to know the way that they think. And sometimes I'll watch like 99.999% of it is waste. But there are a couple people that you watch and like, you see, I like this person's approach to the whole thing. It's not his strategy. Some people trade with support and resistance. I'm not a support and resistance trader. But I'll watch the video and I'll see the way they think. And I'll say, you know what? That's a great idea because when the guys in Shark Tank are investing in the business, you know why they're grilling the entrepreneur? It's not just to find out how much money they made. When they invest in that business, they're actually investing in that person, not the business that I can come to you and say, guys, I'm printing these rags. I sold 1 million last year. They don't care about the rags or the 1 million, even though it's an interesting thing. What they care about most is who I am. So if I start saying stuff like, yeah, you know, I kind of want to sell business because like, man, it's just too much work. They know I'm not to go with. So what they start saying is, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy out the company from you. And if anything, I'll keep you as a manager for like 2 years until we find someone else to replace you. Why? Because the entrepreneur who started, maybe by a stroke of luck, has made it. But for the most part, they're not built for the long run. You see what I'm saying? And so you guys have to understand, like, in my mentorship, ask Ludo. Ludo's in there. There's a couple people in there. Ludo is in there. You know, one of the things he loves the most, he brags about them. He's like, bro, the talks we have in the psychology. That's the point. It's not the trading. I can, if you just get into the mentorship, I can tell you buy and sell, and you'll make money. They've all witnessed me make money. Tell them to get in. What was it? Was it Wednesday, Ludo, that we took that trade, made money together the day before? Like, we make money all the time. That's not the issue. There are things in there that are priceless, invaluable because of the experience. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm not saying this to preach my mentorship. You guys already know I've been telling you guys, if you think you want to get in there, I don't care. My whole thing is that you must learn, okay? Those of you guys who are still struggling, you might want to reach out to somebody to help. And I don't mean like pay for a course. I mean like maybe do a one-on-one with somebody, whoever you think. A lot of the traders that I used to watch, they were like, man, they had a one-on-one with, do you know people have had one-on-ones with people like, who's the guy I'm thinking of? I forget his name. That guy turned out to be a scammer. Okay, the guy turned out to be an absolute fraud. But do you know how many successful people came out from under him? Not from selling courses, because not all of them sell courses, but because he still had experience in the market, he knew how to direct them and they became good. It's the reason why ICT's crowd and his following swear by him, because he may not be able to trade. Like, that's the thing, right? People say ICT can't trade. Whether you can trade or not my business. Don't care. But the the consensus out there, especially after the Robbins incident, is that he can't trade. But do you know why people swear by him? His strategies have gotten so many people to become profitable. You can't deny that. So the proof is in the pudding, right? And so even if ICT is not the best trader, there's no denying that some of the things he's taught, according to his people, have worked. And so I'm saying all this to say, not that you should go run out to everybody, but those of you guys who are trying to do this alone, it's part of the reason why I started mine. I was thinking about starting it, didn't really want to, and then somebody actually booked it on my site. While I told everybody, don't do it, it's just there as a placeholder, and someone booked it. I'm like, I might as well just start. And the main purpose of my mentorship is to be that person who can help you shorten your learning curve. It shouldn't take you 5 years if you have somebody telling you, work on this, that, and the third, and you're good. Ludo, in his first, if I'm not mistaken, first week or two, passed his account. Okay? Passed his account. Yes, he took some of the strategy, which is a very highly profitable strategy, but that wasn't really it. When Ludo came in, he realized, wait a minute, I've been looking at this all wrong. He took some of the strategy, built a bit of his own. He trades different instruments, trades indices more like I do, trades, metals and stuff a certain way based. Long story short, he took some stuff here and there, but the psychology and the talks that we had helped him to see things different. Man passed. I'm about to put his thing on the wall, his certificate on the wall. I'm more proud of that more than anything. So I'm saying this to say, those of you guys who are still struggling, you might want to reach out for help. There's no shame in it. Okay? If I had somebody to point me in the right direction who knew what they were doing, I probably would have been profitable in year 2. With the way I have learned the market, year 2, I would have been a different beast. I promise you. So let me get back to these. Oh, guys, I didn't close the poll. My fault. I can't believe the poll is still out here. I'm so sorry. Let me go back up to the top again. So it's late again. Hell, you know me, blah, blah, blah. Finally, he finished. Yeah, I finally caught up. Finally, FML, you reached the end. Exactly. Mrs. Foreign, behind every successful man, there's always a lady. Well done. Absolutely. I always attribute, she gets her flowers. You guys, let me tell you something. I promised my wife a lot of things when we got married. But one of the things that I promised myself, I never told her, is that after everything that I kind of put her through and put us through as a couple financially and all that stuff, the rule now is whatever she asks for, she gets. I kid you, my wife can walk in right now and be like, babe, I need XYZ. Which she's not even, the crazy thing about my wife, she's not even like that at all. But she can walk in here and be like, babe, you know what I mean? Like, I need a car. And I would buy her the car. There is absolutely no limitation on what she can get. Because nobody's ever loved me so unconditionally and believed in me that much. Not family, not friend, nobody. She's the first and the only type of thing. And don't get me wrong, now I have people in my life who are really supportive, really loving. Shout out to Ludo, shout out to Marcus, shout out to you guys on here. You know what I mean? Like, I have people that, but like in the real world, right? In the real world, very few. And she was the first to start it all. She's the Jordan in my life type of thing, right? So I'm saying all this to say that, like, if you guys have a supportive partner or person, if you just get one person beside you that believes in you the way you believe in yourself, you're not only will you never be broke, you'll be great in life, bro. And my wife is that for me. So whatever she asks for, she gets. Like, there are times where my wife will come and be like, babe, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I'll be like, babe, like, all our accounts are joint. Every dollar I ever earn is all in there. You can take it. And she's like, no, send it to me. Send me the money. She wants me to feel a little spoiled. So she wants me to send her. So I'll be all right. So I'll send her whatever she wants, right? And then she'll go on a shopping spree and she'll come back and she'll be like, oh, guess what I got? And at first I didn't understand. I'm like, why are you asking me to send money? So what I ended up doing is that I created a separate account. I get money coming through that account. And then every so often I'll be like, here. And she loves it. Because she told me, like I've heard from countless women, no matter how much money they make, there's a way they feel when they spend their man's money. They just like that feeling of their man can take care of them, can provide for them. It's weird, but it works. Anyways, bro, I don't know how we got here, guys. I really don't. But shout out to y'all for staying. True, I'm always learning. Exactly, Slick Rick. Mrs. Foreign, thanks for your help. The backbone of FM family community. Yeah, she was in here the other day, and she spoke to Ludo the other day as well. Or was it Shakir? She spoke to somebody the other day, one of them. Trading depression is real sometimes. We have those bad moments and these highs. Good to have someone to be there in the bad ones. Absolutely, Marcus. Marcus Adrian, how's the Forex police doing? The Forex FBI. The Forex SWAT team. Bro, you found the diamond cherisher because the person who's is at your lowest time. Bro, trust me, Adib, I appreciate the comment. But you ain't gotta tell me that. I don't play with my wife at all, bro. My wife is a whole queen. She gets whatever. I'll show you guys. I wish I could show you guys some of the gifts I get her. Extravaganza. You know what I'm saying? So, and she motivates me too. Like, she'll be like, she'll come. I'll ask her sometimes, babe, what goals should I set sometimes? Or like, what do you think I can do? And she'll tell me stuff like, I want you to take this business to $1 million. I want you to one day put $1 million cash in my hand. She don't need it at all, but she's trying to motivate me because she always tells me every day. Anytime I'm having a rough day, she'd be like, sometimes I don't think you understand who you are, how special you are. Man, my wife says some things to me, bro. After that, I feel like Clark Kent, bro, like Superman. I could jump off a building and fly. I wouldn't actually do it because we all know gravity exists, but she's just a great person. She always motivates me. She pushes me. Whatever I'm looking at, she's always like, nah, bro, you could do this. Always. So shout out to her. Ludo said facts. I'm doing good. You love me. Hope you're doing well too. I trade ICT, but don't trade ICT if you get what I mean. Where psychology and the members should be OP. Real talks. The type of conversations we be having are game changing. The things me and Ludo and Shakir have even started because of these conversations, y'all don't even know the half of it, but you'll see. When is the giveaway for it? Yo, Curtis, I already did an update on that. Was waiting on a prop firm. Left me on red, basically. They told me they were going to create the link, do everything. That was the last thing that I got from them. Followed up, haven't heard nothing. And just so you guys are aware, if the person was in here, I wouldn't call their name. But long story short, the other day, I was sending money to someone in the US. Just sending money. That turned out to be the biggest nightmare in the universe. We tried every single thing. Zelle, Cash App, Apple Pay, Apple Cash, PayPal, you name it. It turned out to be a nightmare because of all the blockages and stuff. And I was saying to the person, I said, I wish my community could see this is why I don't do the giveaway by myself anymore. Because last time they blocked my cards in my account, and this time it's even worse. So Yokaris, I already did an update on that as to what's going on. But long story short, for those of you guys who are waiting for the giveaway, I promise you any opportunity I can get to give you guys the account, I will do it. But I cannot use my own personal accounts or the business accounts because they're all blocked. They just don't go through because the banks in Canada, this is how they operate. The second you do anything outside of the address or the locations or certain things that you have on file, they will not let it go through. Why? Because what do scammers do? They take your card information, buy stuff in your name, and send it to their address. So it just doesn't work. Shakir, I miss you, bro. Hopefully be back soon. Yeah, Shakir is he's on his journey doing his thing, but he'll be back. Spoke with him the other day. He'll be back. What happened to Shakir? Nothing, Adib. He's fine. It's just he's prioritizing certain things right now and having to kind of grind it out and come back. So we still speak to him. It's just Ludo's referring to something else that's just the thing between us. First month, I believe, by December, because I think I got in around the beginning of the month. And the deep personal stuff, I believe, got you. Foreign. What's your thoughts on NFP? I was thinking about that before I came on live. I'm going to look into the charts later on and then check it out and then make my decision on there because I was thinking about something for tomorrow and then I realized, shoot, tomorrow we have NFP. Oh, man, that's going to change things a lot. NFP really messes up the markets. I hate it. So I'm not really sure right now, Joshua. Marcus said facts, man. I've had my cards hacked. They block it straight away. There you go. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's, you guys, there's no joke. And I'll be very careful how I say this, but let me not say it at all. I don't even want no eyes on me. Never mind. Don't even just disregard that comment. Anyways, going through these things is not easy, so it makes it challenging. But if a prop firm is watching this and you want to work together just to give away accounts, I will pay for it. And guys, I gotta say this. I don't understand why these prop firms are having a problem. If I'm going to buy 10 accounts, 12 accounts, 20 accounts, and I will pay for them, and all you have to do is just send me links that I can send to them after paying for it, what's the trouble in that? We have people come to us buying bulk all the time. I would never imagine someone say, hey, can I pay for, let's say we sell chips, 10 bags of chips, and you just give me a receipt to hand out to the people, and I would say, oh, nah, we can't do that. Mind smashing, mind blasting it is. Very insane. So, you saying Canada got a beef problem. Yeah, we officially have a beef problem now, bro. It's insane. We've already had some of our suppliers reach out to us and tell us all these changes are going to happen. I had to send something to the States the other day, and you already know USPS, United States Postal Service. Yeah, USPS doing their thing right now. You guys read Marcus's comment? He said, I'm launching a prop firm. It'll be $5 for 100K. Just don't expect to pay out. It's like that. Have you guys seen that meme where it's like I bought a book on how to scam 2 weeks ago and it's still not here yet? Oh man, crazy times. According to what I see on the charts, NFP will rise, the dollar index and gold will bleed. LOL. Keep your prop firm. LOL. South Africa also has beef with the US now. We left Nigeria. I know, Yolovi. I know. Right now the world is in a different space. It's super crazy. I'm gonna change this to secrets to trading in the Forex / futures space. I just changed the title because I gotta hop out of here, guys. It is 12 o'clock. You already know. Unfortunately, I do have to go. For those of you who are on, if you've not watched my last video, you should check it out. I think it's informative. I'm doing this for you guys, you know. Like, all the work we put into this is for you guys, so that you guys can get... You guys ask me questions all the time, and I try to answer them through some of these videos. Watch the videos, guys. Watch the videos, so that you can gain more understanding. You understand? All right, guys. So, with that being said, as always, when's Discord live again? Yolomi, excellent question. I was actually gonna do that Discord live today, but I realized it was such a short notice. I told you guys to DM me or like talk about it. You know what, Ludo, if you're still in here, can I task you with just trying to gather the times or gather people's thoughts as to when the best time would be for the Discord live? That would be much appreciated. If you're too busy, I will find the time to do it. But yeah, Lomi, I'm trying to decide. I could have done it today easily. We could have done it on Discord, but it was a bit of a short notice. And I don't know what it is. People just don't get the notifications sometimes. So, oh my God, Lomi, don't give for my idea right now, please. Yeah, Ludo knows what he's saying. Marcus, send me a 100K account. I'll send you $5 afterwards. Pinky promise. They're gonna scam Marcus, which reminds me of the time when you guys know in these Discords, like we have people impersonating myself, Marcus, and stuff all the time. The other day I got a friend request from a guy trying to be Marcus. I just blocked him, right? But anyways, we get these impersonators. At one time, a guy reached out to Adib and said, "Yo, Adib, you know it's foreign, blah 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 blah." Adib hit me up and he goes, "Bro, is this you?" I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "Yeah, he was trying to scam me." But he doesn't know he walked into the wrong gun. I'm gonna try and scam him, bro. Adib showed me the screenshots of him talking to the guy. Eventually, the guy ghosted Adib, bro. He knew Adib was trying to pull his legs. Oh my gosh! Shout out to Adib. That's why Adib is chat moderator. Adib is chat moderator. Adib, we're gonna find an official position for you because you work hard. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Adib, man. Adib is the GOAT. All right, guys, like I said, it's the craziest part is like right when I'm about to end the stream, that's when things are getting more live, more funny. But I do have to go, guys. There's just so much on my plate, and I got a lot of work to do. But I love each and every one of you guys as always. Stay profitable out there. Stay up, guys. Don't let nothing happen, get you down. I lost a trade today, which I shouldn't have taken. It happens to the best of us, but we'll get them on the next one, all right? Y'all stay blessed and stream with Uber uncle accent. Yo, uncle from the Uber. Hey, yo, shout out to him, bro. He's a legend. He said, "Don't talk to me in my car. Don't talk to me in my car." He's like, "Shut up." Yo, shout out to Uncle. Uncle is stressing. Anyways, appreciate all you guys as well. Love each and every one of you guys. You guys stay up, man. Do well. We're going to be here next Tuesday, God willing. I'm trying my best to be consistent. You guys, the last time I went Tuesday and Thursday, you know what I mean, was a long time ago. I feel like Jordan with the three-peat. I did twice in a week, bro. Man, y'all got to show some love, though. Like the stream. But again, love you guys. You guys have a good one, man. And God willing, I'll see you next week. Take care. Peace out. And until next time. Look at my face. Look at my face. I could have killed a lot of people.